All right, think we're live now. I am back. Sorry about the tech difficulty. I think I figured it out, and we can start where we left off here. We are going to be talking about Kiora, the Rising Tide, and it's got an interesting ability. Oh, let me go to my deck that I really like for it. Here we are. No, that's not the one. Here we go. So, the thing that I found the most interesting about this creature is that it's a merfolk. So, that means it pairs really well with the other merfolk we have, the other Kiora we have in standard right now. Yep, take two. Thank you for bearing with me there. You are a trooper. So, here's the thing. When you cast a Kraken, Leviathan, Octopus, Serpent, or Merfolk card from your hand, fetch the first card with lesser mana value from your library. It gains full mana. This effect can trigger up to 3 times per turn. Oh man, if this card was still broken like it used to be, where it had no cap, this deck would be even better. But since they are both Merfolks, you fetch a Kiora, and then it will grab the least amount value card in this deck, which is going to be Mystical Teachings. So Mystical Teachings is an amazing spell because you're basically converting 9 mana to whatever spell that you can fetch. And these are all high cost spells in this deck. And yeah, we also have Blade Coil Serpent in here because it's a serpent and it will also trigger Kiora, Sovereign of the Deep, which will then fetch a Mystical Teachings and get our stuff going here. So, the effect itself isn't that crazy awesome or anything. Discard the last card without mana from your hand, then draw 3 cards. I mean, drawing 3 cards is great. Discarding a card without mana from your hand to do that is also kind of cool too. The threshold too, when this creature attacks, create an octopus token. I've done a little bit with that, but it hasn't been like the most amazing thing to do with it. But the octopus is the one that the Kiora Planeswalker creates. It's the octopus with token with reach and trample, the 8/8s. So that's okay. But we're really here just to play around with the creatures we already have in the deck here. So I'll show you how this deck works. This might end up being more of a showcase of the deck rather than the creature itself. But let's start with the fun stuff first. Okay, so we get that Volt Strider down and we're able to start making it fetch us or gain mana here. That's okay. A lock and load this early in the game is usually a pretty good benefit for us, especially when it does things like that, where it draws into a Tempt with Discovery and into a Mystical Teachings. I'll talk about Venser the Sojourner a little bit later. Oh, that's what I want to know. I was thinking crazy octopus token deck. Yeah, I could mess around with that. There are a couple of cards in standard that make those octopus tokens, and we'll get to that a little bit after this. I just want to show you how this deck works. It's got Mystical Teachings, and Blade Coil Serpent is a serpent, so that will also trigger the Kiora. Grab a Venser for some defense in case we need it. Probably won't. We got Coalition Victory in here, which is going to wipe out most threats once it gets on the board here. Let's grab another one, sure. We're drawing 3, which kind of helps keep a loop going. So that's a pretty useful part of her ability there. We get a Venser. Grab some more cards from Coalition Victory. It's a nice deck, runs smoothly. Yeah, it's unfortunately takes a lot of masterpieces, but it's one of those fun decks where you spend a lot of time fine tuning it, and you just wherever you're at in the battle, you could just decide what you want to put down. Especially with the mystical teachings, I kind of want to keep the loop going, so I'll just do another lock and load. So we're grabbing stuff with Kiora still. And then doing things with the other Kiora, drawing more cards so that it just keeps this going here. So we are out of triggers for the masterpiece, but I think we might have won here anyway. So there's the octopus, because I put enough of them into the graveyard, so it's triggering the threshold too. I actually ran into a pretty nasty Dehada deck earlier that almost won, but I was able to come back from it. So that's the Tameo version of that deck. I think I had a Casamina one, but we could just go with Kiora, the Planeswalker. I haven't used her in I don't even know how long. So let's look at Octopus. Let's just find that Octopus. So we got Marvo, Octomancer, Kiora the Rising Tide. Yeah, that's fine. That's a decent group of creatures. So Octomancer creates the Octopus token at the beginning of your turn. Then if you promised a gift, gain 8 mana. So gift, your opponent gains 15 mana. How do we mitigate what that actually will do to us? We can do things that drain mana. Oops. There's the new one I got not too long ago, Flare of Denial. Drain all mana from the first 2 cards in your opponent's hand and gain 2 mana. So that's a good one. You can also do... Actually, Demon Fury is probably a good card to have in here too. You could do some of the PMA cards. Think Desertion, drain all mana from the first card in your opponent's hand. That's a good one as well. Do Teferi's Response, but that only drains 6 mana, so maybe not. Counterlash, discards the first card. This might be the best one. First card in your hand with the same card type as the last card in your opponent's graveyard gains full mana. So, okay. We'll throw both of those in there. Why not? And then the rest of this can be just kind of loopy stuff. Mystical Teachings, Lock and Load, Temple Discovery, and Vault Strider. So we're kind of making that same sort of deck as we had before, just a slightly different flavor. It's just a really good suite of cards to use there. Let's see what we got. Okay, the Octopus. What if we Mystical Teachings into Attempt with Discovery, and the Mystical Teachings into one of those mana draining cards? That would be fun. So we could do Counterlash. Another Mystical Teachings. Another Temple Discovery. So we didn't quite hit the octopus, so we'll save that. Yeah, give them a gift of mana and then deny them their mana. Let's do lock and load this time. There are cards that make the opponent discard in blue. Yeah, there are a couple. So we're gonna make an octopus here and gain some mana. I wish I had Demon Inferior now. Could have used it then. Let's see if we'll draw into one maybe with this Kiora. Not quite. Oh well. Oh man. That Danitha is a bit too large for my liking. There's Octomancer. I don't think I want to give him mana this time, so we'll not give him a gift. I shouldn't have given him the gift that second time. That was a bad move on my part. Let's see. Not enough. I'm remembering why I don't use Kiora very much. Demon Inferior. Let's get all of you out of here. Her mana gains are just not up to par anymore, unfortunately. Let's see. I guess I could use her first ability to do that, and then maybe Counterlash. Don't have any good mana on my side, so this is probably not going to go very well for us. All the momentum is on his side. It's been a while since I've used her too. Yeah, if you have what's her name? If you have Kasmina, it's like, what's the point? Unless I stole a requisition rate or something, I think I'm done here this next turn. Oh, lock and load? Oh, I thought it steals from your opponent. The last card in your hand. Oh, okay. When this creature attacks. Okay. So if there's no room in your hand, then the last card in your hand gains full mana. That's pretty cool. I've never used that creature. I just got it not that long ago. Unless I draw into a Demon Inferior, I'm probably done. Yeah. There it is now. Oh, there's an extra. We got a shot here. Okay, what can we do? I still don't think I'm going to hit enough mana here. I'm not seeing anything jumping out at me. I mean, I guess there. I don't think... Oh, there's another... Oh. We're still in business. Wow, that was luck. Okay. That was completely RNG's having mercy on me. This deck really needs support removal. And now they have a Portal to Phyrexia. Well, at least I just bounced their creatures. And didn't send them to the graveyard, so they're probably not going to pull a lot out of their graveyard with it. Unless they start stealing them from me, which they might. But I think they favor their side. Yeah, I'm done here, I think. It's a lock and load, but that's not going to do much for me. God, now it's got prevent damage. No. Oh my god, we're going to draw into another Demon Inferior. And attempt with Discovery. Wow. This game is determined to try and help me win, even though I feel like I'm determined to lose it. There goes my octopus. I don't like that. Okay, yeah. See, now they're stealing them out of my hand. Or out of my graveyard. That's not going to be good. What do they have that's buffing them so much? Sheesh. This is why you play support removal, people. For stuff like this. God, they got... Oh, is it Swashbuckler's Whip? Maybe. But anyway. Lock and load, I guess. It's not over till it's over. This should have been over such a long time ago, but... No gift. Okay, yeah, I'm done now. Actually, let's just sit through it. I just want to see what happens here. Was it Virtue of Loyalty that was buffing them up so much? I don't think so, because that's not a thing that would do that. And I don't think Swashbuckler's Whip gives you that big of a buff. I don't know. Okay, so Kiora did nothing for us in that battle. At least, not really. It drew us some cards. But instead of that, we need to put in some support removal. So we're going with Stolen Goods. It's a 22 mana cost, but we have Mystical Teachings, so we will make it cost a lot less for us. Let's try this again. If we don't win against this Nissa, then I don't know. It was a bad idea for me to to play tonight. I'm blaming my beverage. Actually, no, I'm not. I'm blaming my own bad deck building. Okay, we steal a counterlash. That's cool. Um, I'm not too worried about it this time, actually, so let's go ahead and give him a gift here. Getting 8 mana. What are we stealing? Nissa's Pilgrimage. And, oh my god, is this a starter Nissa? Like the freaking pre-constructed deck they give you when you first start the game? If they're matching this poor sucker up with platinum opponents, God bless them, but this is not a great way to start the game. Well, whiskey and coke. Oh, sweet. I'm having a bourbon and some orange soda. Some sugar-free orange soda thing. It was just what I had in the fridge. Don't need either of these things. Yeah, this is just the starter Nissa, like the deck they give you to start playing the game with. So this is definitely not a fair assessment of that creature. I actually need to gather the pack in here to put some more creatures into my graveyard so we can get that threshold going. So we'll take out Marvo. Yeah, take out Marvo and add Gather the Pack. So this will also give us room to have that octopus on the board and not worry about having to switch it out. Okay. I don't need either of those stolen goods right now, so we'll save it. Actually, we could just restart our hand here with lock and load, unless something scary comes out. Which that might be. I don't even know what that is. Omnivorous Flytrap. Creature text. Oh, well, it's got Delirium, so it's not going to have a chance. Probably someone doing their journal. Oh, that could be it. Playing the win with a beginner deck thing. That is entirely possible. Good call. Not now. Oh, come on. We'll get a little octopus out. Oh man, what was that? Oh, Seal from Existence. Opponent may drain 3 mana from their hand. If they don't, no. Okay, we'll steal it back. That's fine. And that is why stolen goods is rad. Oh, I didn't mean to do that, but oh well. They're draining themselves with their own seal from existence that I stole. That's funny. Had room for Steam Core Scholar. That would be a great card to put in here because we're going to gain some loyalty so we can make some more octopi. That was okay, but man, playing with Kiora is just painful nowadays when you're so used to the mana gains you get from Kasmina or the stuff you get from Oko. Actually, let's try it with Oko. Let's try that same deck, run it with Oko, and see how it goes. That might be fun. Oops, scrolled past them. So we're doing Octopus, Octomancer, Kiora over here. Temple Discovery. You know what card might be cool in this deck is, where is it again? Portent of Calamity. Fetch one of the first two cards from your library. If that card is a spell, it gains 15 mana. So if we fetch like a mystical teachings, then we can convert that to something else. Stolen goods, lock and load. And then the rest of this can just be whatever else we want. Actually, you know what might be kind of funny? Venser, Icor Moon Gauntlet, and Commodore Guff. Okay. Where do we start? We'll start with Portent of Calamity. Is that a good Oko I have, but I haven't leveled up? Oh, yeah. He's really good. People say he rivals Kasmina. They play much differently. Um, some people favor him over Kasmina, but he is really awesome. It's mainly based along his third ability, what makes him so good. And I tend to agree. Okay, so we get 15 mana for that. And yeah, if you have him and you haven't played with him, man, he's great. Give him a shot. Okay, opposing creatures, you can't block. Random. Okay, that's fine. I'm just using it to build up his shields and trigger our Icor Moon Gauntlet. Grab a template discovery. Get that going. Grab Kiora. But I think this is going to go into a lock and load, right? Yeah, that's okay. Steal whatever that was with stolen goods. Oh, a Hixus. Huh, that's fun. Portent of Calamity. Alright, so we could do this. And so this Venser is locked and loaded to do fun stuff. So I just picked this up because I saw it played against me. I was like, what the hell just did that to me? I was like, oh, wow, how did I miss this? Exile X opposing cards at random. X is the greatest shield of supports you control. So I have an 11 shield support down. So I would exile 11 of their cards if they had them out. I mean, that is pretty rad if you ask me. Okay, we have enough for his third ability, so we'll do that next turn. And start to steal all of their stuff. Though I'm already doing that. So many walkers and half of them are not leveled up. Well, what are you buying them for then? Get some mana, steal all their stuff. Okay, what did we get from them? Ogre Attack and Youthful Valkyrie. Okay. Think I'd rather play my... Although Ogre Attack would be fun with Octopus, if I could get that one down. Oh, come on. I wanted that. They didn't even have anything to put onto the battlefield. Interesting. So I should probably have some sort of creature fetch in here because, gosh, where are all of my own creatures? I haven't seen them in a while. We'll have to... There we go. Draw a card. There we go. Some gold. Get that going. Does it have a magic problem? Well, I mean, I kind of get it. If you don't have a lot of time to play this game and you're just trying to maximize everything, you probably don't have a lot of time to mess around and tinker with decks all day like I do. But even so, it's just a good idea to, if you don't have a lot of time to play, to maximize your resources. But I mean, also just play what's fun. If you just like collecting them and you don't even need to play them to feel good, then don't mind me. Oh, this is good because I'm stealing cards from them, so it doesn't even matter if I gift them. That's a okay, so Oko is the better planeswalker to run the Octomancer in. So that's good to know. I feel like I'm learning more about Octomancer than I am about Kiora here, but whatever. Okay, I don't need any of these stolen goods. Quicksand Whirlpool, what are you? Okay. Then we can create more gold tokens. We could just win right here. And that's what we'll do. Bam. How much did I end up doing? I'm just curious. 88. Not bad. That was pretty good. Okay, so let's put some creature fetch in here. Mm, gosh, I really like all the cards in here though. But I guess I could take out Guff as much as it pains me to do so. And we could do Sylvan Tutor. That Oko looks fun from what I just saw. Yeah, I mean, this is not even like close to the best Oko deck I can build. But his abilities are really cool. Okay. Lock and load in the first, in your opening hand is pretty good, actually. Sweet. Because we convert it to, if we get a lucky draw like that, we convert it to so much mana. And look at that. I just cast 4 cards. Do another lock and load. I guess it doesn't really matter what else we take from it. We got Sylvan Tutor. We will not now, because I don't know what he's going to put out, and I just don't really want to deal with it at the moment. We do Octomancer. The only thing is, you do have to have him commit a crime first, which is what you do when you use his first ability. So we can go there first, and then now we have the crime emblem on us, and we can use his third ability the next turn. So that's going to be cool, I think. Well, let's do this. We'll use his third ability, which is super cheap, 15 mana, or 15 loyalty for a really amazing ability here. I should keep that Sylvan Tutor, actually. I'm not even sure what I took there, but that was cool. Yeah, gift them because I stole all their stuff, so it doesn't even matter. Grab things. Soul Partition. Sure. Oh, a Tyrannax Rex. Is that what it is? Yes. Oops. Okay, we already used this. So we could also just do this. Exile X opposing cards at random. So everything you thought you were doing is no longer. I guess it's Sylvan Tutor. Grab in Kiora? Yeah, whatever. I gave him some mana and that's all they had. Alright, we don't need that. So we'll take that. Portent of Calamity. Oh, that is still giving us mana. It wasn't supposed to. They said that they fixed it. But, okay. Maybe that is to come later. Opposing creatures can't block. Because the gauntlet, we got to take another thing here. No, don't want that. Rhea Ivor. I don't really need it. Is there anything that we can break for his Grand Heist token? Yes. He's playing kind of crappy creatures. Although Rhea Ivor, actually, that's unfair to it. That's a good card, actually. Just not in this particular moment. He's dead in the water. I think so. He'd have to play something like Requisition Raid, but it's going to take him a long time to get there, and I'm probably just going to steal his stuff before he's even able to get there, so. I think he's trying to do like a might deck, maybe. But he also has Toxic in there, so maybe he's just trying to do like a Toxic deck. Okay, we can Sylvan Tutor and grab some cards here. Maybe I should have just did Gather the Pack instead of Sylvan Tutor to grow the octopus a little bit more. Oh well. Kiora, I guess. Well, that would have been some trouble if he actually got that out, but he did not. And now he will pay for it. Yeah, so there has to be a card with no mana in your hand to trigger the draw. Okay. So that's enough for me to make my determination. On her own, she's not really doing much for you. Even building some octopus tribal deck is just okay. I feel like the stars of that deck were really Oko's abilities and the masterpiece spells in the deck. So I don't think that Kiora brought much to the table there. Um, I would say that a deck like this, when you're a card like Knowledge's Power, is probably going to be the card that synergizes the best with this one. But there are other cards that I like more that draw. Overlord of the what's the blue Overlord card called? But that's the one I'm thinking of. It discards one, but it draws two and gives them half their mana. So I'd say that's better than three without mana. So it's just kind of a weaker version of that deck. It's cool in the Kiora tribal deck, with the Kiora Masterpiece, but that alone isn't going to make it a chase worthy card. So I'm going to go ahead and say that this card is not a chase card. So yeah, unless there's something I'm really missing with her, I feel like I tried the best things that I could. So it's not really working as well as other options, especially cards that I think are chase cards. So there you have it. Not a chase. So thanks for hanging out, especially you, Mark. So yeah, hopefully I'll see you in the next one, and hope to see everybody else there too.